Welcome back, everyone, to Adventures with the Romance Author, me. And today, we have something fun to play with. A gift from Cato for knitting. I love crafting, so let's try this baby out. Welcome back, guys. So, we have this I-cord knitting machine. Now, that's one thing I don't do. I don't knit. Like, traditionally. Let's see what this does. It's from Cato, and we'll unpack it together. Oh, and here are some little wildflower paintings I did. They're on 3x3 magnets. So, they're in my shop. I'll move those out of the way and we'll open this bad boy and see what's inside. Okay. Ooh. Let's see what we have here. Ooh, instructions. This is good. I'm going to need them. Ooh, they come in English, German, French, Italian, and Spanish. Wow, that covers a list. Ooh. There's a big hook. Again, I do not knit. Putting that out there right now. I do not knit. So, we're giving this a shot as a complete newbie. I do a lot of other crafts and arts and stuff, but knitting is not one of them. That's more my two daughters' things. They do that, and they're so wonderful at it. Oh, the stuff they can create. Right, let's see what's in here. An itty bitty babe. Oh, look at that. Little ball of yarn. Ooh, looks like knitting needles for the machine. Screwdriver. Power cord. What's this? Weights. Okay. And here's the machine. So it is, like the picture suggests, let's see, does it show? It hangs, you can clamp it to the side of your desk. Let's get rid of the box, it's empty. Bye-bye box. So you can clamp it to the side of your desk. So this is what all comes in the box. Now I'm going to do a little reading and attach this to the side of my table, and I'll be back with you. Okay, so we have it attached to the side of my desk. It already has the knitting needles, so these are extra, which is nice, in case anything breaks or something happens. The screwdriver, I learned, is to take this off and change the knitting needles or fix a jam. They also have many videos on YouTube that explain how to use the machine, and use that QR code to access them. So, and these weights I learned are to add tension to the bottom of the yarn. So what we have to do is feed the yarn through a little hole in the side, up and around, and then over these needles to set it up to get it ready before you actually turn it on to let it do its thing all on its own. So let me see what I can do. I'm gonna take this yarn that came with it. Okay, again, we're going to point out, I do not knit, but I really wanted to do this. It's just so cool. So, it says, put it through the hole and up here. Okay, there's a little notch here. There we go. Step 1, and it says to leave the yarn loose so it doesn't tug on it. It even gives you specifications for yarn to be used and what yarn can't be used, so that's good. Okay, so this is where the crochet hook needle thing comes into play. We are to place the yarn into this, okay, and then we can, down the hole in the middle, feed the yarn through the machine, and it comes out the other end. I'll be showing you a picture, a video of that, but the hole on the bottom. So here it is. It's fed through. We can take the little needle off now. That's what that's for. And it's also, I guess, the needle is for tying up the end of it when you're done. So we'll cross that path when we get to it. Okay, so next part, we're done. Okay, so now it gives you instructions with specific orders to load the needles. Okay, so we do 1 and skip 2, do 3, and carry on like that. You can follow the instructions in the manual. You don't need me for this. But yeah, let's see how easy it is for someone who hasn't got a clue what they're doing. Okay, so we feed it through we're going to make sure all of these little guys are open. Make sure the little needles are open. So, and then you got the turning knob here, so we can turn it. So, feed it through 1. Excellent. Turn the knob. Oh, other way. And feed it through 3. There we go. Turn the knob other way. Goodness gracious. Okay, and make sure and turn the knob the right way, apparently. That will help. And then 3, and we miss 4, it says. And then, okay, we miss out on 4. I'm going right straight from the manual here, guys. And then we hook up 5, which will be number 1 again, of course. But now it's 5 because it's the 5th time the needle's gone by. And then this time we get in the next one, the 6th, 7th, 8th. Okay. There we go. So I think once we get that in there, the 8, it says we are to put these little weights on the bottom strings to hold tension. So we put the little yarn through there. We close it up and we let it hang. Okay? So that adds tension to the whole thing. And we're to put 2 of them on. So exact same thing. So. There. So now we have 2 on. Okay. We have the weights on. Now, don't look under there. That's all my paint and craft stuff. Don't hold it against me. Every crafter has one of these somewhere in their, craft room or office. Now the weights are on. The yarn is through. It's loaded in the little hooks. Now let's see if I did it right. Okay, so make sure the yarn is in this groove, okay? There is a little groove here. Make sure it's there because a minute ago I had it sitting here and that would have been disastrous. Okay, there we are. Now we're going to put some power to this baby. It's USB. So let's plug it in. Okay. And anyone as frightened as I am right now. Okay, back this up so you can see. Okay, and my feet. Hello. This is loose. Okay, we have the little switch on the back here to turn. Now, let's see what we can do. Okay, let's hope and pray we did this right. And Okay, make sure I have it perfect and loaded. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Push the button. Oh, wait, I don't have my power on. Okay, push the button. It's a little anticlimactic. Okay. Do I have it plugged in right? Hold on. See if this works. Oh, there we go. It just had to have a little get up and go. Oh, look at it go. I'm feeding, like I'm holding on to the yarn so it doesn't get tight because it says it's supposed to be nice and loose here. We'll do a bunch and see what we get coming out the bottom where the weights are. That's where the tube of knitted material will come out. I'm so excited. And then we'll go ahead and make something with it. I have some plans what to do with it afterwards that involves some, what's it called? Wire? Like the bendable flower kind of wire? So, let's see what we get. I'll let this run for a little bit and I'll be right back. Okay, see it spinning in there? And this is what's coming out. Look at that. Cool. Okay, you can see at this point, along with all the confetti on my floor, that it's touched the weights to the bottom. Now what we got to do is move those weights up. And here you go. I moved them up. You'll notice the holes on the weights are large enough so that you can actually put the yarn through it. So you have to move the weights up occasionally once you get to the floor, so they're not just sitting on the floor, because then they're not providing any tension. Okay, back. Oh, sorry. Gotta put my power on. So cool. So when we want to end knitting, so power on, ready? We cut a piece and let it finish knitting. Make sure and grab your piece coming out the bottom, or else it's going to fall on the floor. There we go. We can turn it off. Now I'll show you how to do this up. I had to watch the video a few times to figure this out, but it said, see how there's where are you? See how there's little holes, or not, loops? I guess loops would be the right word. And so we want to put the little crocheting hook through, hopefully, I do this right, through the four holes. Kimbikia, come back here. Remember, I don't know how to knit. There's 4 of them. There we go. Right? And then we were to, oops, sorry. Oh, I have never done knitting before. And now, obviously, I've never done a video before because I can't manage to keep it in the viewfinder. Okay, so we put the 4 loops. Remember, all this is on a YouTube video, so look it up. Probably better than I'm doing. And then this little piece hanging out the side, wrap it around the hook, and then it says to pull it through the holes so that, okay, pull it through the holes so that you have a knot at the end. Oh, that worked. Okay. Cool. Okay. Well, definitely watch that video 4 or 5 times on how to end this, because yeah, I'm not a knitter, so I did not have very aesthetic way of doing that, but it worked. Yay! So we'll just cut off the end and make it look nice, and then we're going to see what we can make with this. Look how much it made in that short period of time. Oh my goodness. Let's have some fun. Ooh, I might get some more colors. I got them all tied up on the ends. Everything looks great. So if an absolute noob at this can do this, holy cats. Imagine different colors. You can make them into pot holders. Just wrap them up together. Some hot glue or, stitching. Oh, look at that. Could do all kinds of things with this. But I do have a plan. I have this 18 gauge 1 mil wire, aluminum craft wire, and I'm going to create something. First, I'm going to cut off a piece as long as my knitting rope is, and then we're going to make some fun things. Okay, I've cut the craft wire to the appropriate length, and now I'm going to feed it through the middle of our knit snake. So this will take a few minutes, so I'll be back once I get all the craft wire through it. Here we have it. The craft wire is fed all the way through our little knitted snake. So what we can do now is tie it off here, like the wires, twist them together, and then, we'd put something pretty here. We'd make that all fluffiness disappear. Unless you want the fluffiness, continue on. Anywho, so let's cut off the extras. And remember, always keep the extras. You never know what you're going to need them for. Okay, yes, I'm a pack rat. You saw under my desk. Okay, here we go. So, in essence, we have a circle. What can we do with this? Of course, we clean this up, but that's for me to do later. We could make a giant heart. Well, you do a better heart than I would, but you know what I mean? Do something fun. Make a flower. Oh, that'd be nice. Okay, let's make a flower. Again, I would fix this. Probably cover it with a stem of a flower, like the green part. Yeah, everyone knows what a stem is, Michelle. Okay, it's early. And then, make something pretty out of it. Be pretty. There. Okay, let's scrunch them together and see what we've got. Scrunch, 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 scrunch. There. There. So, if we made a flower like this, or any other flower you might want, you can make all kinds of things. Bend it any way you want. It will bend any way you want. So, it's very forgiving. And then we'd put another circle of something here, and then we could have the stem coming out here, and we'd have a flower. Oh, the possibilities are endless. That's cool. Okay, this was fun, And from, again, a layperson's perspective, because knitting is totally foreign to me, this was fun and possible. So bonus points for that. It's actually possible to do it. Now, do this in different colors, make a whole bouquet, whatever you want. I'm, just doing it on the fly here, but you know what I mean? And get better at it over time. But I think that would be pretty. Look at that. You could even do another layer smaller and set it in there. A different color, maybe. Oh, whatever. Anywho, thank you, Kato, for, sending this to me. This was fun. I didn't know how it would turn out because I'm not a knitter, but I really wanted to try, and this made it simple. So, the link will be in the description below if you're interested in giving this a try. And again, thank you to Kato for sending us this knitting machine, and I hope you guys have some fun with it. It'll be fun. So, thank you for being here. Like, subscribe, all the stuff. And I hope you're being kind to one another. Bye, guys.